Hello and welcome to the channel Geostars. Today we will be discussing Chapter 2 Land, Soil, Water, Natural Vegetation, Class 8th Geography NCERT. Resources, as we all know, can be anything which fulfills our need and provides satisfaction. वे सभी वस्तुएं संसाधन होती हैं जो हमारी आवश्यकताओं की पूर्ति करता है. It can be natural or man-made. These resources like land, soil, water, minerals, animals and vegetation differ from place to place, which ultimately affects human life. Land, solid part of the surface of the earth or the part of the earth's surface that is not covered by water is land. पृथ्वी की सतह का ठोस भाग अथवा पृथ्वी की सतह का वह भाग जहां जल नहीं होता भूमि कहलाता है. हमारी अर्थ का 70% पार्ट वाटर है तथा 30% पार्ट लैंड है. इस 30% लैंड को अगर 100% मान ले तो विश्व के 90% पॉपुलेशन 30% लैंड पे तथा 10% पॉपुलेशन 70% लैंड पर निवास करती है. अर्थात 70% land is not suitable for living. Now, the 70% land area which is sparsely populated is just because of rugged topography, steep slopes of mountain, low-lying area prone to flood, desert area and thickly forested area. There is a basic difference between land cover and land use. Natural cover on the land is called land cover. पृथ्वी की सतह पर नेचुरली या प्राकृतिक रूप से जो कुछ भी पाया जाता है उसको हम लैंड कवर कहते हैं. जबकि लैंड का उपयोग किस लिए हो रहा है उसके आधार पर लैंड यूज डिसाइड होता है. सो लैंड यूज इज फॉर डेफिनेट पर्पस लाइक एग्रीकल्चर, माइनिंग एंड इंडस्ट्रीज. देयर आर सेवरल फैक्टर्स व्हिच डिटरमाइन द लैंड यूज. भूमि का उपयोग किस लिए किया जाएगा इसको प्रभावित करने वाले बहुत से कारक होते हैं जैसे टोपोग्राफी, स्थलाकृति, सॉइल, क्लाइमेट, मिनरल्स, अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ वाटर, पॉपुलेशन एंड टेक्नोलॉजी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ अ सॉइल इज फर्टाइल it will be used for agriculture, whereas where minerals are found abundantly will be used for mining. In the areas where abundant minerals, raw material, availability of water, population and the technology is developed, industries are established. Now the land can be classified on the basis of ownership. स्वामित्व के आधार पर लैंड को हम दो भागों में क्लासिफाई कर सकते हैं. फर्स्ट इज द प्राइवेट लैंड विच इज ओन्ड बाय इंडिविजुअल, जैसे किसी व्यक्ति विशेष का घर या उसकी भूमि. सेकेंड इज द कम्युनिटी लैंड or it is also known as common property resources. It is used by the community. समुदाय या समाज के द्वारा जो भूमि का उपयोग किया जाता है उसको हम कम्युनिटी लैंड कहते हैं, जैसे पार्क्स, रोड्स एटसेट्रा. But with the passage of time, due to the growing population, increase in demand, expansion of agriculture and constructional activities has led to severe land degradation. Hence, the rapid land degradation has led to several severe problems like cultural changes in our society, land degradation, landslide, soil erosion, desertification and threats to the environment. Among these effects, here in today's lecture, we will be providing you a quick glimpse of landslide. Gravity या गुरुत्वाकर्षण के कारण जब ठोस चट्टानें मलबा ढाल से या स्लोप से फिसलने लगे तो उसे लैंडस्लाइड या भूस्खलन कहते हैं. द मास मूवमेंट ऑफ रॉक डेब्रिस और अर्थ डाउन द स्लोप इज कॉल्ड लैंडस्लाइड. लैंडस्लाइड इज अ नेचुरल डिजास्टर बट ड्यू टू ह्यूमन एक्टिविटीज इट्स इंटेंसिटी इंक्रीजेस. द नेचुरल एंड ह्यूमन कॉजेज ऑफ लैंडस्लाइड्स आर अर्थक्वेक, वॉल्केनो, प्रोलॉन्ग रेनफॉल and over construction and deforestation. There are several methods which can be adopted to mitigate the landslides. First is the hazard mapping. Second, avoid building settlements in risky areas. Construction of retention wall to stop land from slipping. अवरोध दीवार के निर्माण के द्वारा लैंडस्लाइड के द्वारा स्लिपिंग ऑफ रॉक्स को कम किया जा सकता है। इंक्रीज इन वेजिटेशन कवर, कंट्रोल सरफेस ड्रेनेज, सतही जल प्रवाह को कंट्रोल करके हम लैंडस्लाइड के मूवमेंट को भी कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं। There are several methods of conserving land degradation, which are like afforestation, वन रोपण, land reclamation, भूमि का सुधार, regulated use of chemical pesticides and fertilizers, and check on overgrazing, रासायनिक कीटनाशक व उर्वरकों के प्रयोग एवं अति चराई पर रोक लगाने से लैंड डिग्रेडेशन को कम किया जा सकता है। Soil, second important natural resource is soil. The thin layer of grainy substance covering the earth's surface is called soil. पृथ्वी की सतह पर पाई जाने वाली दानेदार कणों के आवरण की पतली परत को मृदा कहते हैं। Soil formation is a long process, and for the formation of 1 centimeter soil, it takes hundreds of years. Soil is formed by organic matter, जैविक पदार्थ, minerals, खनिज, and weathering of rocks, that is चट्टानों के अपक्षय से। Weathering. Weathering is breaking of rocks by temperature changes, frost action, plants, animals and human activities. अपक्षय वह प्रक्रिया है जिसमें चट्टानें तापमान परिवर्तन, तुषार क्रिया एवं पौधे, प्राणियों एवं मानवीय क्रियाओं के कारण चट्टानों के अंदर टूट फूट की क्रिया होती है। Weathering is a static process, which means no transportation of material take place during weathering. चट्टानें जहां टूटती हैं वे वहीं एकत्रित होती हैं। So basically, combination of minerals and organic matter makes the soil fertile. Soil profile. Soil is made up of 4 major layers, which when combined is called soil profile. The first layer is topsoil with humus and vegetation. Second, subsoil upmrida with sand, silt and clay. Third layer is weathered rock material, upshade chattani padarth, and fourth is the parent rock. Now parent rock, climate, temperature, rainfall, relief, altitude, slope, flora, fauna, microorganism and time are some major factors that affect soil formation. Basically, there are mainly 6 types of soil in India. First is the mountainous soil, second is alluvial, third red, fourth black, fifth laterite soil, which is found in some parts of Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh, some parts of Odisha, Assam. Laterite soil is formed due to high temperature, heavy rainfall and leaching. It is rich in iron and aluminium, and it is found in hot and wet tropical regions. And the last soil is desert soil. It is also known as arid soil. Causes of soil degradation: deforestation, overgrazing, overuse of chemical fertilizers or pesticide, rain wash, landslides and floods are some causes of soil degradation. There are several methods which can be adopted to conserve the soil. The first is mulching. Mulching method में पौधों के बीच के खाली भूभाग या बेयर ग्राउंड पर ऑर्गेनिक मैटर जैसे स्ट्रॉ से उस ग्राउंड को ढक दिया जाता है। इससे सॉइल का मॉइस्चर बना रहता है। सेकेंड इज कॉन्टूर बैरियर। इसे समोच्च रेखीय अवरोध भी कहा जाता है। इसमें स्टोन, ग्रास या झाड़ियाँ जैसे करौंदे या फालसा आदि की कुछ पंक्तियाँ समोच्च बंधों पर या उनके ठीक नीचे लगाया जाता है। It helps to conserve soil, and further, in order to conserve water, in front of contour barrier, trenches या खाइयों को भी बनाया जाता है। Third is rock dam, जिसे चट्टान बांध भी कहते हैं। It helps to slower down the water flow and prevents gullies to form by piling up the rocks. Fourth, terrace farming. This method is used in steep slope area so that one can get flat surface to grow crops. It helps to reduce surface runoff and soil erosion. Fifth, intercropping. In this type, alternate crops are grown in rows to protect soil erosion through rain, and it also helps to maintain soil productivity. Sixth, contour plowing. In mountainous slope region, agricultural practices is done parallel to the contours of hill slope so as to form a natural barrier for water flowing from the slope. Last is the shelter belts. इसे रक्षक मेखला भी कहते हैं। तटीय एवं शुष्क प्रदेशों में पवन गति को रोकने के लिए वृक्ष कतार में लगाए जाते हैं। वाटर, माता भूमि पिता है पानी, इनसे ही है जीवन की कहानी। वाटर is important renewable natural resource. It can neither be added nor subtracted from the earth. Its total volume always remains constant. 3/4 of Earth's surface is covered with water, so Earth is called as water planet. Presently, ocean covers 2/3 of the Earth's surface, whereas fresh water is only about 2.7%. Among this, 70% of fresh water occurs in ice sheet, glaciers in Antarctica, Greenland and mountain regions. Only 1% of fresh water is available for human use, which is obtained from groundwater, surface water like rivers, lakes and as water vapor in the atmosphere. Though volume of water is constant, still water abundance seems to vary due to its constant motion, cycling through the ocean, the air, the land and back again through the process of evaporation, precipitation and runoff. And this motion or cycling is known as water cycle. Presently, we globally consume around 4 trillion cubic meters of fresh water in a year. A dripping of tap wastes approximately 1200 liters of water in a year. An average urban Indian uses about 135 liters of water every day. Amreli, a city in Saurashtra region, where the population is about 1.25 lakh, is completely dependent on purchasing of water from nearby talukas. Problems of water availability. There are several regions who are facing scarcity of water, like most of Africa, West Asia, South Asia, parts of Western USA, Northwest Mexico, parts of South America and entire Australia are facing shortage of water supply. Countries located in drought-prone climatic region suffer great problems of water scarcity. Basically, water shortage or scarcity is caused due to seasonal variation or annual precipitation due to overexploitation and contamination of water sources. Causes of water scarcity and water problems are increasing population, rising demands for food and cash crop, increasing urbanization, rising standard of living, drying up of water sources, water pollution, overuse of water, discharge of untreated or partially treated sewage, agricultural chemicals, industrial effluents in water bodies are the major causes of water scarcity and water problems. Conservation of water resources can be done through various methods, which includes treating effluents before releasing them in water bodies, reduce surface runoff and replenish underground water through forest and other vegetation cover. Canals should be properly lined to minimize losses of water seepage. Use sprinklers for irrigation, which helps in checking water losses. Seepage and evaporation. In dry regions with high rate of evaporation, drip or trickle irrigation should be practiced. We can also practice rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting is a process in which rainwater is collected from the rooftops. Then it is directed to an appropriate location where the water is stored and it is used for future. This whole process is known as rainwater harvesting. Do you know that one spell of rain for 2 hours can save approximately 8,000 liters of water? Facts related to natural vegetation and wildlife. Biosphere. It is a zone of contact between lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. This zone consists natural vegetation and wildlife. जैव मंडल एक सकरा जोन होता है जो स्थल मंडल, जल मंडल एवं वायुमंडल के मध्य पाया जाता है। इसी जोन में जीवन पाया जाता है। नेक्स्ट इज इकोसिस्टम। इसे पारिस्थितिक तंत्र भी कहते हैं। It is the life supporting system in biosphere where living beings are interrelated and interdependent on each other. The growth of vegetation depends mainly on temperature and moisture. Huge trees are found in heavy rainfall areas, and as the amount of moisture decreases, the size and the density of trees is also reduced. Forest is our natural wealth. It gives shelter to the animals, maintain ecosystem, provides timber, produces oxygen to breathe, protects soil, act as shelter belts, helps in storage of underground water, and also provides us fruits, nuts, latex, turpentine oil, gum, medicinal plants, and paper, etc. The distribution of natural vegetation is diverse throughout the world. In the regions of moderate rainfall, short stunt trees and grasses grow, which are known as grassland. In dry areas of low rainfall, thorny shrubs are found with deep roots. Leaves have thorny and waxy surface so that moisture could be reduced. The tundra vegetation of cold polar region has mosses and lichens. Classification of the forest can be done on the basis of shedding of leaves. It can be classified into two groups, evergreen forest and deciduous forest. Evergreen forests do not shed their leaves simultaneously in any season of the year, whereas deciduous forests shed their leaves in a particular season to conserve loss of moisture through transpiration. Beside this, forests can also be classified on the basis of their location in different latitudes. On the basis of latitudes, there are two types of forest. First is tropical forest and second is temperate forest. Wildlife. Wildlife is very important for us. Wildlife includes animals, birds, insects as well as aquatic life form. It helps in maintaining balance in the ecosystem, provide milk, meat, hide and wool. Insect like bees provides us honey and which helps in pollination of flowers. Birds and insects also act as decomposers in the ecosystem. Vultures act as scavenger and is considered as a vital cleanser of the environment as they feed on dead livestock. Human-made and natural factors causing extinction of natural resources, deforestation, soil erosion, constructional activities, forest fire, tsunami, landslide, increase in the incidence of poaching, which ultimately causes a sharp decline in the number of particular species like tiger, lion, elephant, deer, black buck, crocodile, rhinoceros, snow leopard, ostrich and peacock. Poaching is collection and illegal trade of hides, skin, nails, teeth, horn as well as feathers. Effects on natural vegetation and wildlife includes changes in climate, loss of natural habitats for plants and animals. Many species have become vulnerable or endangered or are at the verge of extinction. Vultures in the Indian subcontinent are dying of kidney failure shortly after scavenging livestock treated with diclofenac, a painkiller that is similar to aspirin, and also greenhouse effect. There are several methods of conservation of natural vegetation and wildlife, which includes stopping of the irrational cutting of the trees, encouraging tree planting, use renewable source of energy, do not kill animals, decrease the use of plastic, keep spatial area pollution free, national park, wildlife sanctuary, biosphere reserves are made to protect our natural vegetation and wildlife. Awareness programs like social forestry, Van Mahotsav, should be encouraged at the regional and community level. School children should be encouraged to watch bird and visit nature camp. And lastly, laws should be strictly implemented. Biosphere Reserve is the series of protected areas linked through a global network. It is intended to demonstrate the relationship between conservation and development. National Park. National Park is a natural area designated to protect ecological integrity of one or more ecosystem for present and future. CITES. The Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora. It is an international convention. It lists several species of animals and birds in which trade is prohibited. It aims to ensure that international trade in specimens of wild animals and plants does not threaten their survival. Roughly 5,000 species of animals and 28,000 species of plants are protected, like bears, dolphins, cacti, coral, orchids and aloes, etc. So, with this, we have come to the end of today's lecture. I hope my efforts to provide you insight regarding today's topic may have achieved. हर उलझन के अंदर ही उस उलझन का हल मिलता है, कोशिश करने से ही सुंदर कल मिलता है. Thank you viewers for watching. Do like, share and subscribe the channel and also press the bell button for further notification. Thank you.